One of the big bank stories we're tracking today, though, is from TD Bank, which has scooped up Regina-based Greystone Capital. The price tag $792 million, which places TD as the largest money manager in the country, an industry which has seen major consolidation. For more on the deal, we're joined now by Bruce Cooper, CEO and Chief Investment Officer at TD Asset Management. Bruce, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here.
It's a whopper of a deal. Maybe give us the backstory on how this all came together.
Well, we're really excited about the deal. We've been talking to the management team at Greystone really since January, so this has played out over the last several months. And as we talked to them, what we really learned is there's an exceptional fit between our two organizations. I think cultures are very much aligned, very much a client focus and a long-term perspective in both organizations. And in terms of their capabilities, I think a nice fit with ours, particularly when we look at, for example, their expertise in alternative investing, which is something we don't currently have at TD Asset Management.
Let's go through the examples of that, because this is a firm that invests in stocks. They invest in bonds, but they also, for some of their institutional clients, are going out and literally buying existing businesses because these are long-term focused investments.
Yeah, so there's really three pillars in what they call their alternatives business. One is real estate. That's the biggest piece, which is roughly $14 billion for them. They also have a mortgages business, and they have an infrastructure business. And all of these are really liquid assets, private assets, but where we think they can really play a role is in a lot of cases you get attractive yields on these businesses. They can play a great role in institutional portfolios, generating yield at a time when interest rates remain very low, as we all know. They tend to be less correlated with existing stock and bond portfolios, so it provides some good diversification. And very importantly for us, we think we can cross-sell some of these products into our existing what we call our high net worth business. So, private investors who don't normally have access to these kind of products, we think we can bring them this kind of capability that would normally only be accessible to institutions like pension funds.
Was this a case where you were looking for a business like this, and this was the best fit? I only ask that because we've seen a number of deals over the last year. Scotia, obviously, Jarislowsky Fraser, RBC went to the U.S. to buy a Los Angeles-based wealth management firm.
We were conscious that we had some what we call gaps in our capability set. We weren't in the alternatives business. I should mention they have some expertise in the equity side that we don't have. For example, Chinese equities. They have a very strong track record in running a Chinese equity portfolio. So, we're always analyzing where we have gaps, and their capabilities lined up very nicely against our gaps, and that's really what a prime driver behind the deal was.
Interesting. Was it important to you? I noticed in the press release, you guys become the largest asset manager in Canada. Was it, from a numbers perspective, was that important?
I would say no. I mean, we're in business to serve our clients, and if we've got the capabilities to serve our clients well, we think that'll help us grow over time. But the simple numbers don't make a big difference to us.
Although when we break down the business that is TD, it's a reminder that as big as this business that you're overseeing is, because of the incredible expansion that TD has enjoyed, especially in the retail business and in the United States, those are already very large businesses. So this is a part, arguably a smaller part of the overall TD empire.
Yeah, for sure. So TD Asset Management is part of TD Wealth, which is a very important and rapidly growing part of the bank. But as we all know, the bank is an exceptionally diversified business. This is just a piece of the puzzle.
Did you, every day here we talk about important stories to investors like the changing interest rate environment or trade tensions. When you're thinking about buying a big business like this, do you think about those same issues?
Well, I try to think about the longer term dynamics, and one of the dynamics that I focus on was we do expect interest rates to remain lower for longer, and maybe the Bank of Canada will raise rates tomorrow by 25 basis points.
Sure.
In fact, that's quite likely. But in the big picture, we think interest rates are going to remain relatively low. And for savers, that creates a challenge. I mean, where do I put my money that generates a return? And so that thought process is very much a part of this. We think that investing in real estate or infrastructure, which can generate solid returns and solid yields, income yields above what you can get on, say, a Government of Canada bond, that will remain very attractive proposition because rates stay low for a long period of time.
Is this the start of more on the acquisition front? I mean, this is a big deal for you to do. Are you sending a signal that you're not done?
You know, TD has been, TD Asset Management and TD Wealth generally has been really an organic growth story over a very, very long period of time. You know, we're excited about this acquisition, you know, but for the most part, we just focus every day when we get up on serving our clients, you know, and this helps us do that.
And just a final question about the integration. What will this business, I mean, obviously you see some synergies there, but in terms of both the branding and even things, obviously people are curious about things like costs, what happens on the jobs front.
So Greystone will operate as TD Greystone Asset Management. There'll be a separate subsidiary of TD Asset Management reporting into me. And really this deal is all about growth. It's about more sales in our institutional channel because we have a broader capability set. It's about cross-selling some of these capabilities into our high net worth business. And you know, one thing we haven't mentioned, we think we can partner with Greystone to launch new products like global real estate. So you know, this is really all about growth right through the piece.
Interesting stuff. Bruce, thanks for the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.